Boston, what a great city, so much history, great food, a little bit of Boston, today on Let's Cook. Hi, welcome to Let's Cook. I am so fortunate today. I have Andy Husbands in the house. Andy, welcome to the show.
What's going on?
Now, you're from Boston.
Sweet Boston, Mass.
Sweet Boston, and you have 3 restaurants in Boston. You are an award-winning chef, plus you have a cookbook out.
Yeah, I'm a little busy guy.
And all the recipes that we're making today are actually coming, the menu is actually coming right out of the book.
Right out of the book.
So why don't we just go over the menu?
Okay, we're going to do lime sour cream. We're going to do salsa 101, where we're going to talk about salsas in all different ways. Chicken chicharrones, and the ultimate chocolate chip cookie.
So we're covering all the bases.
Every base will be covered today.
Now the restaurants that you actually don't have one, you have 2, but you have 3 restaurants. Why don't you tell us a little bit about your restaurants in Boston?
Tremont 647, my baby, my first one.
26 years old when he opened it. He was a baby.
I was a young lad at that time, and we opened Tremont 647 kind of with the premise to be professional, fun, and funky. We have a live fire, brick pizza oven. It's kind of a lot of excitement. We change the menu all the time. Just a lot of big flavors, a lot of excitement. In fact, the stuff you'll see today is what we do there.
Exactly.
Sister Sorrel, named after my sister, is a cafe where the entrees are under $13, and it's just, again, more of a neighborhood joint. Lastly, Rouge is a barbecue restaurant, and I have a barbecue team. We compete around the country. We're in the New England, it's kind of one of the top teams over there, and we do pretty good. So
that's a lot of fun.
Yeah, barbecue's good.
Plus you have your book, which is The Fearless Chef.
Yes.
How did you get the title, The Fearless Chef?
The Fearless Chef, and it's not because I'm not afraid of things, because I'm afraid of a couple things, but it's more about taking the fear out of the kitchen, having a good time, and that's all I want to do is I want to have a good time. I think a happy cook is a better cook.
Exactly. Well, I think we're just going to have a really good time today with Andy. We're going to take a little break. Then when we come back, we're talking about lime sour cream, Andy's chicken chicharrones. Don't worry, it's a little bit of Boston. We'll be right back. You got a little bit of Boston. Here's a bigger bit of Boston. All right, welcome back to Let's Cook. I'm here with Chef Andy Husbands, author of the book, The Fearless Chef. Right there, you're looking right at it. Great picture, Andy.
Handsome guy.
And good-looking guy. So, what are we making now?
We're gonna make lime sour cream. We're gonna start off with chipotles. And chipotle sounds, kind of funny, and people are like, what is a chipotle? Actually, everyone's seen it. It's a dried smoked jalapeno. What I need you to do is just chop that up right there.
Real fine, with all the seeds and everything,
With
right?
the seeds and everything.
Now, what about the liquid?
The liquid we're gonna toss. We're actually gonna toss. But what's really great about them is they kind of give this kind of real nice smoky flavor to it.
Exactly.
While you do that, I've got my sour cream here.
Now, what about the ones in adobo sauce? What do you think about those? Oh, you're left-handed.
I am left-handed.
He's blessed.
What I like about I like the adobe because the sauce you can use as well. But if you can't find the adobe, those are fine just as well.
and it creates I think they're hotter than these.
They are a little spicier,
Yeah,
but it's nice because the sauce kind of gives a creaminess, but I think they're both fine. So I've got a fork here, and a lot of times people have all different equipment to juice stuff. I use the fork. I'm old school. I just take it, I put it in the lime there like that, and I squeeze it on in. See how nice that works?
That's beautiful.
And so lime sour cream, what would you think would be in there? Sour cream, and of course, lots of lime.
Lime. And you want all of this?
I want all of it, because I like the big flavors. I really want them to
finer,
stand
or is
out.
that good?
I think that's good.
Okay,
and,
good.
and one of the things I like about food is it's your food, so you make it how you want.
No.
So if you want it to be real spicy and big chunks of spice, you are going to keep it big. If you want it, not as to be significant, make it smaller. But I like big. So we're going to add the lime juice, the chipotle, the sour cream.
And a little...
No, the cumin's going to be the next one. A little salt.
Okay.
No, I think you are right. We'll add a little cumin.
just a pinch of the
A little
cumin.
pinch cumin. And a little black pepper.
Now, what's the purpose of the sour cream?
Sour cream is going to give it a richness and kind of offsets the heat in the lime. I kind of like a lot of the yin and yang, sweet and sour. Sweet and sour is a real traditional thing, not just in Asian cooking, but in Latin, you see it in Italian.
Yes.
So it's a nice way to go about.
But this is also a great condiment for what we're making, or anything,
Well, for this, which is kind of the chicharrones, which is going to be more kind of, I'd say, a tortilla or burrito kind of something, but also good for, you want to make this for your chips for a Super Bowl? Fantastic. It's perfect.
Okay.
Salsas.
Salsa.
Here's my feeling on salsas and my feeling on food in general.
Okay.
Do what you want. But people hate when I say that, but I have a recipe how to make salsa, but if you want to put chocolate on the salad, you can do that. I may not eat it, but it's really your food, whatever you want.
He just gave me an idea for a show. He did. I got an idea for a show.
Things not to do. So the number one selling condiment in America is?
Salsa.
Just took over ketchup a little while ago. Just took over.
I never knew that.
We're going to make salsas, and we're going to make 3 types. So we're going to make a tomato.
Okay.
And while I do this, I should need you to dice that bad boy, that pineapple right there, please.
So, and what's good about this is you can buy these in a supermarket. They're already like this. They're already
Absolutely.
where they've removed the middle that can be so tough and chewy. But actually, I like it. I actually like to chew on it.
So I've got you dicing that. While you do that, I'm going to dice some mango.
So a little bit of mango there.
And again, with salsas, it's whatever you can think of to put in there. I wouldn't probably put strawberries in there, but we could put papaya in there, cucumber, and anything you can really think of that sounds good to you. And just kind of experiment and have fun. With the salsa, what we're trying to look for is the sweet and sour principle.
Okay, where do you...
I'd say let's put a little bit in there and a little bit over here.
A little bit in there.
Alrighty.
And I have more here for you.
And I've added some
That
mango
looks
to
good.
this one. And now, so we've got our sweet. Tomatoes are inherently sweet.
Cilantro, you need that chopped?
Let's chop up some cilantro, and I'm going to add some onions.
Cilantro is also known as coriander, Chinese parsley.
You've got it.
You either love it or you hate it. It's kind of like family. It's
Kind of that crazy uncle you got.
Uncle Cilantro.
So now we've added our onions. Again, if we had chives, we could add it. If we had
I have chives.
scallions, anything, we could add anything.
You want to hand me some
Oh,
chives?
there we go. Excellent. Fantastic.
Okay. And I'm just going to, I'd like to coarse chop this.
I like to keep the big flavor to
Yes.
it. I have some chipotles here. I'm going to add chipotles to our tomato one, but just our tomato one. And I have jalapenos, and I'm going to add that to the pineapple mango.
Yeah, that goes really good. The jalapenos go
And do
really
you like it spicy or no?
I like it. I like heat.
Okay,
I
well,
like
then you
heat.
get it
I would even use one of the habaneros in there, the Scotch bonnet.
I'm going to take the habanero, otherwise known as the Scotch bonnet.
Chives.
Chives, I think all of them.
All of them. Little chive. This
Now,
looks
with these
good.
guys, with the habaneros, the very, very important thing is I suggest using gloves. Because never touch
Absolutely.
your eyes once you use
No.
these, or touch anything else. Please, you will be paying for it for a long,
Now
long
the
time.
cilantro here, we're going to put in
All of them.
all of them.
A little bit of cilantro in all of those.
So if you're getting a little confused, it's really simple because tomatoes. Well, this is more of a fruit one.
This is a
with
fruit
the
salsa,
onion.
yeah.
But these are all tomato based with anything else you want to put in there.
Absolutely. You mean,
Okay.
it's the world is your oyster. Whatever you want to make it, it can be yours. Okay, so we've added fruit, we've added tomatoes, we've got our sweet covered, we've got our savory covered. Now we need to add a little bit of oil. This is extra virgin olive oil.
Yeah, make sure you use a good oil too with these.
Yeah, it gives it a nice richness. Absolutely. If you wouldn't mind chopping up just a little bit of the cucumber,
Skin
Well,
or skin on or off?
skin on, skin on.
Okay.
It's going to give it a nice flavor and color. And I'm going to add the lime juice. And again, it's really whatever you want to do, and try it. I like to make these fresh. I would make it if I was going to have it today. I would make it today. Some people like to make it ahead of time, and that's fine also.
Yeah, I like the freshness of it. I like it right away.
And the other thing is, people like to say, well, it has to be pretty. I mean, these are great dice. You've done a good job, but you can put it in the Cuisinart. Just
Exactly.
pulse it, and boom, you're all set.
Exactly. The only thing with the Cuisinart is you have to pulse it and don't go too fast because you don't want to puree it and bring out too much of the liquid.
Exactly.
Yep.
And now I've added some salt.
Cucumber.
Oh, let's go cucumber in this mystery one here, the big mixed
Okay.
one. And
All right.
pepper.
We're good.
And all we need to do is stir it up, and we've got Salsa 101.
Got
Sweet, sour, savory, spicy.
And we're going to use this with all of the chicken, with the chicken chicharrones, which we're going to get started right now.
Exactly.
Okay, so I'll mix these up for you, and you can get those going.
So what I'm going to do with the chicken chicharrones is I put a little olive oil in the pan,
Okay.
like so.
Yeah, I just want to make sure we're getting good contact there.
All right.
Good.
And I've got chicken thighs. Now, this is very interesting. If you ever go to Jamaica, chicken thighs, all you'll find. You'll never find a breast. There's not. But in America, chicken thighs, we're seeing more and more. And what's great about chicken thighs, it's my favorite cut of the chicken. Bigger flavors, heartier, juicier. I mean, it's just, I think, the best part about it.
But chicken thighs nowadays are what chicken breasts used to taste like.
Yeah,
And
big,
chicken,
exactly. Big
you know,
flavored.
like something off of the farm where you're going to get something that's really
Yeah, it's just
moved
more
around.
of a great flavor. And for this application, it really actually stands up to what we're about to do to it. So I get my pan nice and hot, and I'm going to throw my chicken right
Okay.
in there.
There
You
we
can hear
go.
it start to sizzle.
Yeah, it just takes a second for the induction, and then that pan comes right up. Okay.
And we throw that in there. We're going to let it cook, start to get it really seared. Well, those are beautiful.
Those are good. Okay. Well, you know what? Let's go ahead and we're going to brown this up. We're going to take a little break. When we come back, we can finish with the chicken chicharrones, and we still have your chocolate chip cookies coming too.
We still have the cookies.
Fearless Chef is here with me today. Everybody, don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Hi, welcome back to Let's Cook. I'm here with Chef Andy Husbands from Boston. Andy has 3 restaurants in Boston, and we're doing his chicken chicharrones. So what's going on with the chicken chicharrones?
We are actually right close to them being done. If you can see how it's kind of sticking to the pan here, getting brown. Almost sounds like eggs cooking, right? The chicken is now going to be really tender, and it's kind of just sticking to the bottom. And you're like, oh, that doesn't look good, but that is the best part.
That's what you want to get.
And we're going to actually be able to take that off in a second.
Okay,
so what we do now is we add garlic.
A little bit of garlic.
And we're going to stir it around, and you'll be able to smell the perfume of the garlic. Not looking to brown it, just kind of bring it out. A little bit of oregano. Fresh oregano. Cumin. Coriander. And these are all toasted and ground.
Yes.
And chili powder.
As much as you'd like.
As much as you like. And what we'll do is we'll stir it around. Spices can burn, so you really want to kind of just stir it around. Now at this point, we're going to add the cheap white vinegar. Okay. No Chardonnay, no champagne vinegar, just the cheap white vinegar. When I add this, it's going to start to deglaze.
And I'm going to step back because
it's going to make you cough.
It's going to make you cough. Vinegar and mustard. They'll just, once they get caught in your gorge, your throat there, they just do that. So we just deglaze that with the vinegar.
And what we kind of done is made almost like a vinaigrette. You know, you had the extra virgin olive oil, and you have the vinegar. A little bit of salt, pepper. And this is getting pretty much close to done.
And now you would serve these,
I would serve these in a tortilla. I would serve these on a tortilla. We do them some kind of like a nachos version. You can just put them on top. And these are great for little ones. Kids love this stuff. It's not super spicy or hot.
Smells delicious.
But it has just big flavor.
It smells out of this world. And you can
and
see
it is done, just like that.
Lime juice?
Nope, just a little bit of vinegar at the end.
Okay.
We can add some, we'll squeeze it on the top as
Here,
well.
we'll bring the plate here, and then we can start to build these. I'm toasting these off for you, so these are good to go.
Okay, great.
Okay, so there's one for you.
Fantastic.
And another one in here.
What's really important with this is to get some of that good juice on the bottom. That's the big flavor down there. Super tasty, just like that.
And then...
One of your favorite salsas?
Yes. Now, this isn't the one with the habanero, right?
This is not the one with the habanero, as far as you know.
Okay, no.
And a little bit of lime sour cream. Maybe we could chop some chives and put it on top.
Got
a little
that.
bit of garnish.
Here's another one for you, too.
Thank you very much.
There we go.
Sometimes
this is very simple. This is really nice. And in your book, you mention about the tapas, how tapas was a tasting, but tapas is now any little bite that you want to...
Just a little taste.
That you want to taste. Here. Let me hold off on these. Got the tomato one? Here.
You do that one, I'll do one.
Okay.
There we go.
You know, I have to tell you, it's so much fun on my show having a left-handed chef. This doesn't happen that often because it's like eating dinner with somebody. You know, when you're left-handed, you're eating dinner with somebody and you bump elbows if you're beside the right-handed person.
They always relegate us to the end of the table. They make us go sit over there.
Well, actually, it works out really good, too, because you usually get the armchair at the end of the table.
Yes.
Works out really well. We have to make now some of Andy's ultimate chocolate chip cookies, but first we're going to take a little break. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Hi, welcome back to Let's Cook, where we are doing a little bit of Boston with Chef Andy Husbands from Boston, who has a great book out, The Fearless Chef. You have 3 restaurants, which are
Tremont 647, Sister Sorrel, and Rouge.
Rouge. And if you like barbecue, you got to do the Rouge thing.
The most award-winning barbecue in Boston.
Excellent. So, what do we do now? Your chocolate chip cookie.
The ultimate chocolate chip cookie.
The ultimate chocolate chip
Which
cookie.
is kind of grandiose to say, right? What we did is I love Toll House. Grew up with Toll House. Toll House is great. I don't want to take anything away from them. But what we said is we like it, but there's things we don't like about it, and we don't like the dryness. And so sometimes they can become a little dry. And then we decided, well, we really like raisin cookies. Oatmeal raisin we really like.
Oh, one of my
So what
favorites.
we're going to do is we're going to have you puree this oats over here.
Okay, so these are just some quick oats that I'm
Yeah.
just going to put in a food processor.
Exactly.
By the way, if you don't have a food processor, you can interpret Andy's recipes. They don't have to be perfect.
But it's a nice thing because it's going to give it a nice chewiness to it. While you're doing that, I'm taking the butter, softened butter. People a lot of times take the shortcut of taking the microwave and melting it. It will not give the structure you'll need. I'm taking white sugar, granulated sugar, and brown sugar, and this is great because they give me a nice dark brown sugar here.
Okay, you want the oatmeal in there now too?
Not quite yet. We're still going to...
Okay.
It's very interesting with baking. It's all about building structure and making it kind of just have... Each part has to kind of develop around the other. If you could crack these eggs in here, though, I'd appreciate it. And so what we're doing now is we're going to take the eggs and the butter together, kind of actually become the molecules wrap around each other without getting too
One
technical.
at a time?
Yeah, that sounds good. And so we kind of, again, building the structure and making it a solid, nice little cookie.
Okay.
I'm going to use this bad boy right here to scrape
Okay.
that off. Why don't you keep stirring this? I'm going to make you do the hard work.
Okay.
There you go, Lefty.
I stir.
Yeah, stir that nice. And again, so now we're making a chocolate chip cookie. We all know that it's going to need flour,
Okay.
baking soda, makes it spread a little bit. Baking powder is going to make it nice and light.
So he's mixing all his dry ingredients
A
together.
little bit of salt.
Well, I mix. I mix.
And now we're going to add this in 3 batches.
See, look. Beautiful, right?
That's
Good?
perfect.
Yeah. Just
3
put that-
batches. Now just mix it
One.
up. When we add the flour, we don't really want to overwork it because we're not making a bread. We don't need to make the glutens or
Yeah.
whatever they say when they're making bread. We're going to add a little bit more. And that's looking pretty good there. And now I'm going to add the last little bit. Now we're making the ultimate chocolate chip cookie. So again, we talked about adding the flour, the oat flour. This is going to give it a
I'm
chewiness.
gonna put this over here.
Perfect. And I'm going to add the oat flour. You can actually buy oat flour as well.
Yeah, you can.
But I prefer to have the grinding of it because it still goes a little bit coarse. Now, for a chocolate chip cookie, what do we need? What's the most important thing? Chocolate chips.
Chocolate.
Go ahead, dump it in there. We're going to fold these in. Now, I've also pureed a candy bar. This is just your standard Hershey's candy bar, but you
Exactly.
could, if you wanted to use a Heath bar, not so bad. I think that'd be pretty good. I'm a big fan of almonds.
Almonds.
If you like walnuts, walnuts are good too. You can even put raisins in here if you wanted to. But let's just go with the ultimate chocolate chip
Toasted
cookie.
almonds.
Toasted almonds.
Okay.
We're gonna add that
you know
all
what
in
we
there.
forgot?
Oh, add a little bit of that. A
little bit of
dash.
vanilla.
A little vanilla.
Because somebody out there is definitely a baker, and they saying, "Well, where's the vanilla?"
Well, now they've got it.
Okay, good. So now we have this mixed.
Done. And here's the thing: is people are buying cookies all the time, buying the baked, the frozen. This took us how long? 2 minutes, 3 minutes? Easy.
Exactly.
Easy.
We have 5 people working back over there that got it all ready for us, so but we won't tell them that.
And then I'm just going to scoop out a little bit like this. Now, when I bake my cookies, now they say to sometimes cook them 12 minutes. I like a little bit of brown on the bottom, and that's it. They're still going to look raw, but when you let them cool, fantastic. Still chewy, still delicious.
Well, you know why I like these, Andy? Because they are just all butter. They're all butter. And of course, we have some done here. Now, if you didn't have a sill pad like this, what would you use? Just would you have to butter it?
You can butter it. Wax paper works okay, but we use parchment in the kitchen. But Silpad is real nice. But just a little bit of a little spray or what have you. It's hot.
Yeah, it's hot, but you got to let these set up a little bit. But that's why you work. That's why you work in the kitchen, because then you get the everything just as it comes out of the oven, and it tastes really good. These are really good.
Thank you. It's the ultimate chocolate chip cookie. I will stand by these.
So from your book, Fearless Chef, we got all these recipes. where we did the
Chicken chicharrones, lime sour cream, salsa 101.
and the ultimate chocolate chip cookie. You know, I love Boston because Boston has a lot of great restaurants, and Andy has 3 of them. So, Andy, thank you so much for coming on the show.
I appreciate it.
Thank you, everybody out there, for watching Let's Cook. You have a great day, and we'll see you next time. I'm going to have a little chicken chicharrone after I finish my chocolate chip cookie. Ultimate chocolate chip cookie. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.